Swagger has become the de facto standard for defining REST APIs, and modern development workflows often auto-generate Swagger documentation directly from code. While Swagger is highly effective, its user experience falls short compared to Postman. On the other hand, Postman cannot auto-generate collections from code, but it allows users to import Swagger definition through its UI. However, this method is manual and time-consuming. Nobody wants to spend time syncing Swagger manually. In this video, we are going to solve this problem by auto-syncing Swagger definition into a Postman collection. So let's get started. Here is the glimpse of what the end result will look like. This is the Swagger definition for one of my microservices. Similarly, each service has its own separate Swagger definition. And this is the corresponding Postman collection, which is synced automatically and aligns with our Swagger definition. Looks great, right? To achieve this result, the following prerequisites must be met. You should have the required Swagger files that needs to be synced to Postman collection. Second, Node.js and NPM should be installed. And third, an account created on postman.com. With the prerequisites elucidated, let's understand the application. Today, we will be working with a microservices architecture, which includes 4 services: accounts, cards, masters, and transfer service. Each service API begins with a base path prefix /API/v1/service name, enabling the API gateway to route requests based on path. Follow these steps to download Swagger files of our microservices application. First, clone the Git repository by running the git clone command. Navigate to the new directory using cd. Open this folder in VS Code. You will observe Swagger files will be present at every service folder in the docs directory. That is all about application. But there is a small problem. The script that we are using for Swagger to Postman conversion maps one Swagger doc to its individual collection. Meaning, if I have 25 microservices, I have to deal with 25 Postman collections. But I don't want this behavior. I want a single collection for all my microservices. That is why I'll be merging multiple Swagger docs into a single Swagger doc. We will be using a Node.js package called Combine Swagger for this purpose. This utility is straightforward to use. Simply supply a configuration file referencing the necessary Swagger files to merge and optionally include the configuration to modify any other behavior. Let's install it on our machine using npm. Run npm install -g swagger combine to install the package globally. Once the package is installed, open the file named swagger combine config.json. This configuration outlines the setup for a demo app using Swagger 2.0, specifying basic details like the version, title, and supported schemes. It includes path to Swagger files for combining services, accounts, cards, transfer, and masters. Each service API uses a base path for routing, indicated by use base path true. The host field is set to host to allow for variable substitution with Postman environment variables, facilitating dynamic host URL configuration. You can replace it with a static host URL such as appdev.com. For more configuration options, check out the package documentation on GitHub. Now, run this command to generate the combined Swagger file. Copy the content of generated Swagger file in swagger.json and validate it on Swagger editor. You should observe no errors, except the one highlighted here due to our host value having curly brackets in it. With the combined Swagger generated, let's sync it to Postman. Syncing a Swagger doc to Postman collection is a 4-step process. First, generate the Postman API keys. Second, create an empty collection on Postman. Third, fork the Postman APIs and get the collection ID of your newly created collection. Fourth, execute the script to convert Swagger to Postman collection and push it to your Postman workspace via an API. Let's start with step 1. To interact with Postman programmatically, we require API keys for authentication. To generate it, open Postman and click on Settings. Then go to the API section and click on Generate API Key. Enter the API key name and hit Save. Copy the API key and store it somewhere. Now, for step 2, open the home page of Postman app and create a new collection called Demo. In step 3, we need to fetch the ID of the newly created collection. The Node.js script requires the ID of the newly created collection. To get the ID, we will use the Postman APIs. Open Postman app and search for Postman API. Click on the first result and fork this collection in your workspace. Open the forked collection from your workspace and set the Postman API keys that we got from the previous step. In the forked collection, open the getAll collection API and hit Send. Analyze the response and extract the collection ID and UID of your newly created collection demo. Finally, let's execute the automation script. The Postman team has created a Node.js package, Swagger to Postman do, that converts Swagger file to a Postman collection. I have created a script that uses the aforementioned package for converting Swagger to a Postman collection, and then it pushes the result to Postman workspace. To use it, clone the repository by running this command. Navigate to the new directory using cd. Copy the swagger.json file in the new directory. Open config.js. This file is used for configuring the script. The from attribute specifies the Swagger documentation file, while to designates the output Postman collection file. Collection underscore UID and collection underscore ID are identifiers for the collections to be updated. Replace this with the values obtained from the previous steps. Now, install the dependent packages by running npm install. Set the Postman API key environment variable in terminal by running this command. Now, execute the automation script by running node converter.js. Go to the Postman app and check the collection. It should be updated. As you can see, all Swagger definitions are converted to Postman requests. Now you can define the variables such as post at Postman collection on environment level and execute the requests. First, Swagger is the source of truth. Running the converter.js script will override any manual edits in the Postman collection, including name changes, request modification, or configuration adjustment. Second, leverage Postman collection and environment variables. The script variabilizes host, query parameters, and path parameters. Assign values to these variables at the collection or environment level in Postman. The script preserves these values without alterations. API authentication. Set authentication at the collection level initially. It won't be overwritten by subsequent script runs and will be inherited by all APIs. Use a consistent authentication method across APIs to ensure inheritance. If different APIs require different authentication methods, setting them at request or folder level is possible, but be aware, these settings will reset with each script execution. Well, this is it in this video. Please write in comments what you want to say in the next video.